Alright, how y'all doing? It's me, Zach. Yes, no, I took my shirt off. I fell asleep in my clothes and hopefully my chicken and ribs because I went to shopping for Juneteenth. And so I got my stance again. So, and I got, I got unemployment check. Of course, I still work for you. Here in Texas, you work part time, you still get unemployment. And they cut down my stance because I report everything, okay? Don't need plasma. I went to go shopping, grocery shopping, and I'm supposed to go to the Juneteenth festival this weekend. And this is Monday, so I'm trying to find, but I already got home. My food is not ruined because as soon as I came, I was so asleep because I didn't drink any caffeine yesterday. When you don't eat plasma, you can't drink caffeine. So I fell asleep around about what 8, 9 or something, and I woke up about 1 o'clock. So I hope the chicken's not messed up. You can't eat chicken out and the ribs so therefore the seasoned ribs so by Kroger both with Kroger so I was gonna buy some at Costco's but I get Chase Costco closed early for some dog reason down here in Houston so I had to make a comment about the racism that came out of Farrah and I said in my video I don't condone stuff that she has said and I give her credit for defending herself and being expressed. People understand that I'm that way in a way. I go ahead and call, go ahead and compare me to Farrah in a way when people yell at me, mistreat me, be parent, whatever. Because I believe that authority is supposed to be respectful, just like I believe we're both human, okay? Just because someone has a title of authority does not give them right. But to Farrah Abraham, you didn't have to call Miss Paula Johnson a black piece of shit. Now, I understand why, and I'm not being a coon, because this sister here, what I call Sakata and your mama, as I call it, think that that's cute. And I'm going to explain why I call Paula Johnson and other folks like her, because not all sisters are like this. And I'm not Ari Spears talking about black folk with their kids and white folks don't, which I'm from the South, which is very untrue. As a person of African American, French, and Spanish, and Irish, English named American, and knew I grew up in there was some Creole influence in Texas. A lot of us have lost our roots. I mean, culturally, to some point we gotta find out or something. But the culture's right there because a lot of Creoles keep their culture. But in Texas, a lot of people Louisiana should know there's a lot of Creole people left to Louisiana, went to Texas, Texan black Anglicized, okay, Saxonized, should I say? So, and I have issues with that, okay. Um, so a lot of us, you know, you get what I'm saying. So I want to make sure. So we're gonna bring that because a lot of our influence in Texas is very black Anglo-Saxonized. A lot of the Creole culture is very minimal, is there. But we was, like I speak for both the black Anglo, black French, Spanish, Creole part of me, that the black Anglo-Saxon American experience, should I say, because what the African American experience is, um, not even culturally African, because they strip every African part of our African ancestors before they start mixing with the white master, or mixing later on they were free, because some of them did marry interracially, even though sometimes they were legal. We were Anglicized. So that whipping and spanking did not come from, I mean, they may have did some African tribe that did that, but if you strip out of it, because we don't want to make that argument, no, we learned that from white massa who were descendants, who are also our ancestor, who were descendants of white English people who came from England, Protestant England, okay, because the Catholic Church was no longer there. Many of them made their own interpretation of the Bible, and what Protestant is about. St. Peter warns in Scripture no longer to do this type of situation because personal interpretation of Scripture has no prophecy. I'm not perfect, but I know my Scripture as ex-Protestant who became Catholic. St. Peter said personal interpretation of Scripture has no prophecy. Okay, that's in 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 20, 21. 15 to 17 is the third chapter where it says personal interpretation has no right. He will start your own switch your own instruction. Okay, talking about the ignorant on the table. We'll start your own Paul's teaching how to understand. Okay, therefore, and so a lot of our influence is based on personal interpretation, based on the white men, the slaves as preachers, learn their interpretation from the white men. Okay, the white, okay. So a lot of folks think that whipping is a black culture because of slavery. When I'm glad I went to Anglo-Saxon school before I became Hispanic, learned Laura Ingalls Wilder Day. We practiced that a long time. Yes, I remember in April every year at my school. They still do now because it was Hispanic now, but back then it was mostly white Anglo influence. Okay, and they did whip your kids, and I remember knowing it because I never heard nobody spoke against spanking except me. Okay, the white kids' parents did not whoop their kid. White kids got whooped in school. Our principal was white. Principal, she's Irish, a Yankee from North, married to Italian. Shocking. Yes, she's from the Detroit area. She believed in whipping. She's a paddle. I mean, everybody in the whole school district had parents that whipped their kids. Whether it be white, black identified because of us, a pure black, dark skin, light skin, mixed with Creole, not or whatever, white, black, whatever. Okay, Harrison Curry, whatever, and the Hispanic folks there too. Chicano ones believe in whipping, okay, and spanking, and so I was like an alien, okay. As I got realization that to me it was wrong because I'm sorry, when I was growing up I wanted to whip your motherfucker ass. I mean, I didn't say it like that because I wasn't allowed to curse, but when I got weapons I wanted to kill you. Okay, I'll go ahead and admit it. Back 30 years ago when I was 7 years old, 38 this year, going on 38, I was turning 8, all that. Yeah, when my grandma was wanted to kill me, I remember when Jan Jackson, it was back, sure was back in 87. 30 years ago, when Jan Jackson performed at the Grammy, what have you done for me lately, and what nasty, and what's the song she did, a melody of her songs, and Control. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, okay. She knew Perry Principles. She knew what to use 3 songs. Control. Remember, when Jim Jackson had that long hair. I don't forget. And I think before the performance or after, I got a whipping. I wanted to kill her. I wrote a letter saying I was going to go to jail. This and that. I didn't care. Yeah, I didn't want to be around people. I did run that front line. I was 7 years old, and my dad, because me and my dad got into whatever. And I ain't trying to kill her because they want to go to jail because you want the police because you always want to put the police at you when you act for your child, acting for the police. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to really kill her. I'm sorry. I mean, that was no. I mean, I wanted to fight her, baby. It wasn't just my grandfather, my dad. My dad's with me if I didn't catch the ball correctly, or if I didn't fight the cousins, fight back, whatever, and start crying. I wanted to really kill him. Okay, so all that whooping baby up for a better person, that I'm gonna let you know that's a doggone lie when it comes to my life. That comes when people yell at me. It's like I wish that person would be exterminated. Okay, all right. So for real, because I don't want to do that. People can do that in their life, but don't bring it in mine. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So the point of reason I'm bringing people in the African American community who don't integrate think that white people do not whip their kids, which is untrue. For Abraham, mama whipped her. Okay? That's why she's angry. That's why I'm like that. Okay? That's why I can relate to her. Except for the racists. Okay? So I, as a person with one drop of black blood, I criticize on a racial level Paula because she's playing that stereotypical role. Because there's our sisters out there who do not whip their kids, who don't yell at them, who don't beat them, who have kids who came out good. Has another Paula, who's a sister that I love so much, named Paula Flo. And she is a sister, and she advocates against corporal punishment. Go look her up, Paula Flo with a Flowe. She is a good sister. I talked to her before when I snitched on that. I'm going to say on my channel. When I snitched on my so-called friend, that old Kush using bitch. Okay, because you're using Kush. I'm going to cuss on Sunday morning, okay? Kush. You know, instead of she was punching her child. It took me a week, okay? Because of my friend, how did I get in this head? And I know by law, if you don't report a crime that is against children, you go to jail, okay? But I had to get the manager involved and everything, and it didn't happen. So Um, but she did get police convinced her and went to CPS. Okay, talking about the girl, the woman, the so-called friend. Okay, and Paula was going to talk to her, but I said I don't want to get everybody involved in this. But Paula Flo was the one that told me to go talk to the manager because we didn't want the kids to go to CPS because CPS take these kids and put them in the bad facility. For real. Foster care, they being raped and abused 10 times worse, and they get a check. These bad foster parents get a check from the government, and they lie to the people and say, and I know a woman is not just African American, it's minority kids, what happens to white kids, but mostly minority kids. And I know a woman, I ain't tell her business. She's mixed, she's Italian and Mexican. We was talking at the store recently. Her kids are part African American descent. So, and she was telling me that she's from the San Antonio area. She lives in Houston. She didn't want to go back there. She had tragic experience there. I won't go in detail her business, but she was raped, mistreated once. She was taken in the system. And I'm older than her. She looked older than me, no offense. Cause, you know what I'm saying? But, and act older because she went through life. But I'm older than her. And I'm not trying to tell her business out there because she's out there. She's living her life. You know what I'm saying? She's survived through everything. And and everybody, even call her. She very because I thought she was part. I even told her that she was telling I'm like the N word. But people say that everybody acting that she's Nicaraguan, talking about she's a Latino who's Puerto Rican, who been in the hood of our African Americans, of course, like the Puerto Ricans who have Spanish name and African in them. Mexicans do too. Now you told her no, it's just some Afro Mexican in your family. That's she said wide nose. Okay, I told her that too, like I have right now. Okay, but so but she's very. I thought she was from New York, but the way she was talking, but she be in the hood, so her kids are part. I think her ex-husband, whatever, was part. Their kids are part African American. They come in different shades. Some look more whiter because she's part Italian and Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Some look more like me. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So she's a mother, and and we're talking about issues with her children, and I was trying to tell her, I said, you need to let, I'm sorry, I mean, I don't believe whipping, but I'll let my son go. My son acting a fool, stealing stuff from me. You're 14, you're gonna go to the system. I'm gonna let you go to jail. I'm gonna be just scared straight situation. You're not gonna do that to me. Sorry, no, no. I'm gonna let you know I'm a nice parent, but I'm the type of parent that I mean I'm not a parent yet, but I used to read a lot of parenting books, and I'm the type of person you train yourself before you get into a situation. Okay, so well, you never been a parent. Well, I had to relate to what I went through in life and not involve it in mine. Okay, when I have kids, if I was a parent first before my wife, because I plan to get married, when she take the kid out that womb, I'm gonna start laying down the rules. I'm not waiting to, because as a small child growing up, I'm not waiting till they're 2 or 3 years old to tell the rules are. Okay, you let them know the rules right then and there. Okay, when they're in the baby. Okay. Second of all, when they start acting up, start taking the privilege away, because I'm not gonna whoop the kids, but in reality, you don't get a whooping. Okay, unless you get a corrupt cop knock inside the head. You're gonna have your privilege. If you go steal some store, you're gonna go to jail. Okay, all the other stuff. Well, I gotta teach my kid that, hey, you acting fool. No cell phone. No, actually, I don't know why y'all give y'all kids cell phones with a bunch of apps, knowing it's access to social media, and like I was telling him to do it. And when you put his business out there, the mentor who's mixed, who's part Irish, part Mexican, got mentor about he part of the remember who his name. He was talking about his daughter, talking about took the phone away. She was mad. And I said, why you? Well, she been had a boyfriend who was working rodeo. Okay, well, tell our business, but dude, you came in my business, start acting a fool with me. I want to put you out there, okay? I'm talking about him watching this channel. All right, I was gonna help your ass in the career in entertainment, but you stabbed me back once you became a manager over there with the woman out there I snitched on, okay? Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm like that. Don't put me in a situation I don't put in, okay? Don't, so I wish that point of myself. Anyway, the point is, the dude was his daughter did something, and he took the phone with. He said he better have a boyfriend, and she was on the fees process. Dude, I'm trying. He wouldn't listen to me. And I'm just like, you trying to give me advice, I ain't listen to you either, because I was trying to let you know that dude, that's grown men pretend to be teenage boys on social media trying to talk to young girls. I don't even want my daughter to have that if I have a daughter. I don't have kids, but I'm preparing myself, you know what I'm saying, especially when I hear about these stories, and I don't want my child having access to no Instagram, Facebook, and I'm explaining. I want them to know so they can have an understanding because there could be someone put a young person's picture. I was watching The Open Secret. Y'all seen that documentary about these old pedophile guys in Hollywood, but they want to attack Michael Jackson, okay? Um, Brian Singer and all them. Okay, they was taking pictures from child stars and selling on eBay. So yes, you know you school your children's picture and they ain't on sale. Yes, to a casting director and SAG. I'm sorry, SAG. You can go ahead and try to blackball me, whiteball me, whatever. The dude, you look suspicious. The one who worked for the children, okay? I'm not a SAG member, but go ahead and do it because you're not God. You're not gonna you don't damage me. I can always pray to God, that you don't get into it. Okay, thank you. I won't detail that, but because you're still human. But they was sitting here trying to start a sting operation to get SAG to get all the child actors, and that man did not want that man access to that, which is stupid. We're supposed to protect our children, okay? And trust me, if it's my child, you better not be having my kid's picture all over the globe. Once they did not even, of course their face different, but to child stars who not even famous, you know, really. I'm not saying that those who are famous should have to picture. No, I'm just saying. What I'm saying is that, of course, when you're in the limelight, your picture will be out there. But if you have inspired child actors and actresses, and someone selling a picture for sexual get in the industry, it's sad that it makes me want to cry. Why all the grown people in the world y'all want to fuck with kids? The stupid, nasty shit. That's why I don't have respect for R. Kelly. And Lee and I the same age, because I'll be 38 soon. So anyway, point is. But again, what I'm saying is that I'm trying to tell this old fool that, hey, dude, you can give her the flip phone, or I'm sorry, if I have a child, I'm giving them the cheap phone. They don't have no apps, because I don't want them to have no Instagram and that stuff. Of course, people say I want my child being abused, sexually abused, or whatever, in case something happens. But no, you need to give them a phone that doesn't have access to social media, because you don't want them to. I didn't get a chance to have access to the internet until I was 16 years old, but I didn't have an email account. My first email was when I was 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I thought you had to pay to get your email, back in the 90s, but I was 19 or 20. That's when I had an email. Yeah, 19 or 20 years old, and I made my own email, because my aunt who had the computer, she didn't have, there was some things I could do on a computer, okay? And so, it's funny I had access to an interracial voice, okay, about multiracial movement, but that was like I pretend like, oh, I'm doing watching, because they had historical stuff on there, about the mixing and Latino men mix with African Spanish name. Yes, they talk about that on interracial voice. I got all access to all that stuff about the books to go read and all other stuff. Okay, yes, interracial voice and multiracial actors really don't like the man from Alabama. Actually, we got into it on social media. Yeah, I used to get access to their sites. Okay, so read about them. But one from interracial voice. Charles Baker Bird, the one who organized the multiracial solidarity march back in 1906, in July, to put a multiracial category on the census. I know him. We talked on the phone and everything. He cool. Anyway, point is, I don't know if we talk on social media, but it's very rare. Anyway, the point is, that's where but I didn't get. My point is, I didn't. I don't know the time I had an internet email when I was 20 years old. Okay, 2019, back in '99. Okay, so and I'm going downtown library in Houston, Texas, here in Houston, right about City Hall in Houston, and Yahoo was my child. Yeah, all that. Yes, I had. And then they all had AOL, and I had all, what I'm saying, and, everybody loved Hotmail. That was, they had Prodigy. I remember I used to be on Prodigy. That I think I had, I told you I had access to Prodigy back in '94, but I rarely had people message board me, and in one particular I had to be careful because they had one particular chick, she was a racist white girl, and she had access, and I was trying to confront her. And one thing I had about Project Touch, is give you all the information. So I'm like, nah, let me stop that. Okay, But anyway, so So anyway, back to the story. So I didn't have access. So we'll go back to the situation. Okay. So when I have children, they're not gonna have. I mean, I'm gonna know rules. I'm not gonna act a fool with them. And I'm explaining when I ask questions because I want them to understand how I question authority. I want them to have an understanding why I put and lay down rules so they can understand. Because one thing that people understand, if you don't give someone certain rules to have an understanding, they're not going to react to it properly. Okay, so it needs to be questions why this rule exists. What's it for? What's the repercussions of it? And all other stuff. Why that? You know what I'm saying? Don't question me. So going back to Paula and Johnson and what's it called? We remind me of culture because a lot of folks are very uneducated. Okay, so back in the Pilgrim Reformation days, okay, because even when I was tracing the white side of my ancestry, my mom's side of the family, just looking at the names that was in England that I related to on Instagram.com, and the men that was ministers of the Protestant Reformation, and I'm an ex-Protestant. I was getting upset about that. I don't like personal interpretation of scripture. No offense about it, but I don't like nobody making their own interpretation of scripture trying to dominate some of that's slack, okay? That's your mind. So when I saw that, I was upset about that. My mom's side of the family just, why would you pick that book and start making your own interpretation and cause a generation of mess? The vision, of the biography. I was saying all that until you make your own ideology, and I bet you putting in idea that with your kids and being belligerent towards it was okay. And so, in growing up and went to a predominantly white school is Anglo-Saxon Protestant here in Texas. They're prominent about whooping and spanking. That's why in Texas it's illegal to whip as long as you don't put on marks and bruises on the kid. Um, and even you have white judges who are even one of whooping his daughter, and the white judge that whooped the daughter back that was on channel or that was on Dr. Phil back in the day. Remember, and the mom was on his side. Now she on her daughter's side, which I found very weird on her. But I was on the daughter's side because it was stupid. I understand your daughter was down on some gangs from Japan. You're a judge, but you didn't have to beat the daughter and whip her and call out her name. And trust me, if I was the mother, I would have got, instead of taking his side, I probably would act the full return to that woman on that movie, Bruce Wayne. Remember, Will Winfrey was getting beaten by because she was pregnant by Basil's dad, the light-skinned brother, okay? And remember, the dad was beating with a broom, and she pregnant, and the mom got that shotgun. And, okay, that would be me, okay? I'm for real. When I talk about if I whoop my kids, well, I'm beat because I'm a man. If I was reversed, if I was a female, I'd get that doggone pistol or shotgun. You better not whoop my damn kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm that way, okay? You better not put and I like child sister. She got that rifle. She put that rifle in front of her husband. That old Winfrey's dad in that movie, Bruce. But I was so happy. I said, sister, you do thank you, sister, okay? Because he was wrong for that, beating her with a broom. I mean, no, and I'm glad she put that bullet on that dude, okay? So. Point is, so everybody don't come at me, you a man, you supposed to hit no woman. I'm saying if I was a woman, you hit my kids, you're a man, I'm do it, kill you, whatever I'm choosing. Don't if you did a random Bobby, just do it, okay? Because I feel if you want to get violent towards somebody like that, then you deserve it. I'm sorry. When I think about it, when I was getting whipped, the message you was giving me is that you can be bigger than I am, and you can get that gratification to beat me. So that's why I'm sorry. People do it. It's like BDSM. It's for gratification. Okay? It's not for to teach me anything. You just want to take the anger out of you because you had a bad day. Because you want to feel good about yourself. I don't care about what you misinterpret in scripture because even the Bible later on tells you that love is not created rule, don't brew over injury in the 3rd chapter of the 13th Corinthians. Okay? 13, you know what I'm saying? The 13th chapter of 13, just gets me that 3rd. So that's how. So let me also, someone's coming. Thank you for coming in. Let me block the comments though, because I don't want to be distracted. Okay. So y'all, thank you for coming in. Those I see somebody here. But going back to Paula Johnson and what's called. So a lot of people in the community think that outside the community nobody whoop their kids but them, because we was always in our community taught that we're violent people. We deserve to get whipped. We unhuman. We savages. just for having one drop of black blood. Okay? So, I mean, I'm sorry to those who got offended by me putting the chat hidden things that I don't want to be distracted when I'm talking so I can get to the point. All right. So I do apologize, but the chat comments gonna be hidden until I make that point, and then I answer the questions later. All right. So, point is, so Paula don't understand when she gets drunk. Talking about Johnson, Chad Armstrong's wife. I mean, mother. Excuse me. She acts a fool. But a lot of some of our people who's uneducated or choose to be uneducated, they have a degree, don't understand that the beating and corporal punishment did not come from African American culture. It came from our Anglo ancestors. Okay, during Reformation, because when the Pilgrims came in, when they were whipping the Pilgrims came in, they took our Native American ancestors, because we part of Native American as well, took our ancestors' land away. Okay, they were beating their doggone kids too. Not only were beating their kids in the Pilgrim days, because I went to school, white school, and that's what we was teaching this back in the day. They beat their wives. If you had red hair, they beat you in the Salem witch trials. If you were seen to be a witch and someone spread a rumor, okay, they do a witch hunt on you, and they had this old superstition based on their personal interpretation, their false interpretation of scripture, man-made interpretation of scripture, that if you was a witch, drown you, okay, and you float up in there if you're a witch. A lot of these women was not witches, and they died all to say them because their personal interpretation and distortion of scripture mess. Why I take issue with that? So so they were believing whipping kids. So if you're descendants from people who believe in beating your kids to the post, guess what? So you hear about slaves? Yeah, the Spaniards and the Portuguese went there knowing it was wrong what they did to Africa, okay? But the Africans also gave them their slaves, okay? So it was two-way street, all right? So the English hear about this, so of course they get involved. If you know, yes, they had horrific situation during slavery in Latin America, French countries or colonies like Louisiana and Spanish, but it was 10 times harsh in Anglo-Saxon America because the Anglo-Saxon America, mostly Protestant, interpretate scripture based on their feelings. And if they felt that African American people was not human, like they used that Ham, the son of Ham argument, and all the other stuff, okay, there you go. So they say you're not human. That's why all the raping came in and all the other stuff, and they even felt that they were excluded from sin when they did these things to our African American people. And they felt that hey, that their interpretation of the Bible was legit. That's why they had a Southern Baptist convention that they're getting hell right now about taking sides with the all-right group, which I'm not shocked because the Southern Baptist convention was for slavery in the South. The American Baptist split. The Baptist Church split. One side believes say it was wrong, the American Baptist Church, and the Southern Baptist Church felt in the South. That's why a lot of African people, including I was one time was a Baptist, because then, and you notice why I left, the historical interpretation of the Southern Baptist convention was to feel that I was inferior. Okay? So when I became Catholic, that type of it was a medicine to stop me from being abused, or being feeling suicidal, depression. Even though it comes up because of the climate I'm in, coming from a Baptist household, then my grandmother, okay, that harsh talk. That's why I get that harsh talking from her, okay, and cutthroat talk and all that mess, okay. I was suicidal to do that interpretation, okay. Because I'm sorry, you're going to talk to me in kind of way. I go to school, I deal with people bullying me and their teacher. Okay, I don't even live no more. Okay, heaven or hell, I'm already in with hell already. When I became a Catholic later on, when I left the church, and yes, there people whoop their kids, that it wasn't extreme like it was in the Baptist church, because usually we in Sunday school, and I remember one particular woman at our church when I was a Baptist, she like a white woman. She was a sister. Her yellow bone, hazel-eyed woman. Her husband was camera like me. Her kids were high, y'all, forget them. And we were sisters, I don't want to say her name. We was in Sunday school back in 87, I don't forget, 30 years ago, before I became a Catholic in 83. She had that wooden stick in her hand. And when she would hit you with a hand with it, we try to learn about Jesus. And I'm like, how can we learn? I don't forget this. Oh, I was scared. This old high sister look like a white woman. I was scared of her. She showed it. She had that. She put your hand out and hit you. They said something wrong, and they would laugh at you in the classroom. I felt embarrassed. I said, nope, I'm not coming to this church no more. And so I stopped going, and I never forget we stopped going because I didn't have the right Sunday school clothes ever. So that's why I'm not a church going. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. My grandfather was not a Baptist. He was a Gnostic, and he came from the Kojic church, okay, the sanctified Kojic church. So, but he didn't believe. When he went to the military, he became a Gnostic, okay. He fought Korean War, and he didn't practice. Like my grandma thought that she can change him. You cannot change us Leos. And grandfather's a late July. I'm a early mid August baby. We Leos do not change. She's a Taurus Cinco de Mayo because until her birthday, that's her birthday Cinco de Mayo. Okay, so she thought she could change my grandfather. Even when he died, she thought, no, no, no. We are one track minded people. We say go. That's why my grandfather, he was the head of the household. He didn't let her run that house. Okay, he put his foot down. He was no. He like I don't know. They talking about the women control the house in the Ackerman. That's a damn lie because my grandfather did it, and neither her daddy. My great grandfather, who was dark skinned with that so-called good hair. I want to say good hair, all hair touch good. He was mixed with Indian and white. Talking about her daddy was straight and had straight hair. He was cruel. Okay, he didn't let my big mama run that house. He ran that house, and that was she tried to emulate him. But my grandfather did not allow it. In his house, he was the head of that house, and he did not. He didn't. She tried to whip me, I never get come out of his mouth. He was do some things to her. He wasn't a wife beater, but he didn't play that hitting your kids. Even though he whipped you, whatever, that extreme amount. You know what I'm saying? He didn't play with my daddy. My daddy could be dead by now if he didn't throw that bullet at him. Okay, his own son. So do you understand? Yes, he didn't play that shit. I get that from him by my kids. He almost hit me when I hit my cousin. Okay, my youngest cousin, my other grandson. He didn't play that mess. Okay, you know what I'm saying. So I get that from him. And you understand? People say, "Well, the kids." I know my grandfather told me his grandfather did not whip or spank or even scold at his dad. My great grandfather on that side of the family, they're from Louisiana, and I found out that his dad from Mississippi on answer.com. Anyway, but it was raised in Cottonport, Louisiana. Okay, man, tell our business. Okay, right by Cane River. My great grandfather's grandfather did not whip him or scolded him. And my great grandfather told my grandfather on my daddy's side that it did not happen in his life. So all y'all old school people make a fucking assumption. I'm gonna cuss on Sunday morning. Do not make that damn assumption. You were not there, okay? So so I get that from him. I even told my dad I get that from, because I don't believe in yelling and scolding. No, my kids are beating. So even people yell at me at the job, I don't play that shit, okay? It's heretical, okay? All right. So, point is, and yeah, my grandfather about to whoop, and I would not call the house on my grandfather if he did to my grandmother. I'm sorry, because he about to know he let him do this to my dad. My dad had that pickup full burger pickup truck back in '89. So did I forget? And my dad about to whip. My grandfather got that pistol, and my dad burned rubber. And my grandfather back in 1989, back when I was 10 years old, in the fourth grade, said, "You bitch." Sure did. I don't forget that. My grandfather like to cuss around because, but he'll come out. It sure would. That's heretical. That's that blood. I ain't have no shame in it, okay? So, no, my grandfather did not play that bullshit. You try to whip, but my grandfather put them bullet, because my dad used to make fun of me and call me girl and everything. I don't forget child business back in the internet. And my girl, why that child crying? Why that child crying? My girl, that way. He'd kick my dad out. So did my dad grandfather did not play that bullshit. That's heretical. So if you married to me, y'all, women out there, if you that type of woman, do not marry me, because we don't play. No. And I'm glad. I don't like to be like my grandmother. I'm sorry. I can't stand. I'm sorry. I can't stand her. Okay. So, but point is, so going back to the situation, for people in our community think that we've been kids because we was taught back in slavery that we was violent, savage, unhuman, okay? So that's what that mentality comes from. But we get that whipping and spanking came from our white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. I don't know about the French and Spaniard, But I know back in England, this with the UK, this with the idea called punishment, the interpretation of it came from Reformation days. Yeah, you had tribes in Africa or someplace unmurdered with their kid, but this is outside of civilization, okay? Outside the idea of the true being of Christianity, okay? Which is, I'm sorry against anybody not Protestant, okay? So, therefore, and yeah, there were nuns who whipped the kids in the Catholic school, but they came there from Counter Reformation, trying to be more like Protestant, like while being Catholic. Okay, like I go to church here in Houston, because I see a lot of Counter Reformation priests here. Okay, Counter Reformation priests. Okay, to the point that I did tell the Pope on couple, yeah, went online to the Vatican and snitch on these priests here in Houston about how it reminds me why I don't go to church anymore. Okay, because if I'm reading the Catechism and the Bible together, reading that some of the things you're doing is not right. Okay, one time told and they got scared when I said threatening to close the breach on them and they know they were not doing right. Okay, so because so many people know fess up and tell it like it is, I do. Okay, you're not gonna put me in no predicament that I've already predestined told myself I'm not gonna go through. Okay, so, but that's what the idea comes from. So when I hear about what they can, that comes from Counter Reformation, trying to be more Protestant like in the culture, Protestant culture, while being a Catholic, which that's why a lot of us left the church. Why people do not preach the Catechism through the biblical terms, mean that they don't have preach Catholic apologetics. That's why they can't be in the faith. Because I'm glad that I did my research to find out the church was biblical. The church found the Bible was found by the church. It was not. It came out of the scholar who told in Protestant. Okay, that lie. Okay. Um, so and that's why I was able to refer to scripture, because it wasn't for the teaching of the church and knowing what the scripture holds on to it, I would not have that faith right now. So when I get suicide, I had to bring that verse in my head or what what I'm saying? Right, okay. So, reason why I'm bringing this up, because a lot of folks like Paula Johnson think that and so let me get to that subject. So during slavery, there was a man named William Lynch, because in the Caribbean, even though they had white Protestant there, it was very weak, because the Episcopalian church, or like in Jamaica or somewhere, but you also had the Catholic Church, the English Catholic Church was there as well. You have, it's more the liberal Protestant and the Catholicism, along with the African religions and indigenous religions in the Caribbean and Mexico, religions, and all of Latin America, where the slaves did revolt and fought them. Okay, that's why that people make the argument with the Catholic Church. But when they got canonized, a lot of slaves knew that slavery was wrong. Okay, they knew that this was wrong compared to in the U.S., where the Southern Baptist Church told you slavery was okay. That's why our African American people do not have a strong mindset in the South. And you try to fight for your rights, here comes someone trying to bring up religion instead of preaching to the person who perpetrated the prejudice and going against your rights. They're the ones that's called plantation slaves. They were want to be like Nat Turner before he got beaten by massa, trying to use it yeah, okay. Why nobody preaching to me? Because they instead of trying to preach against the oppression, you preaching for the oppression. Okay, so there's a lot of that mess going on down the South, the nasty, dirty South, I call it. Okay, so in the Caribbean and in other places like in Mexico, they had a revolt. Like for example, I said Gaspar Yanga in Veracruz. He's my role model. He's like the Nat Turner of Veracruz. Yanga rebelled against the Spaniards. Okay, they had they call maroon groups, maroon communities were the free people of color who fought against slave masters in Latin America and the Caribbean. Okay, Jamaica. That's why in Jamaica they will fight. They fight you in Haiti. Remember, it's a Catholic country. They killed the slave master. I'm sorry. I know it's blasphemous, but they mixed Catholic Christianity and voodoo and killed them slave masters. Lord forgive me. Shoot, both the mulatto and the black. Okay, they didn't play that mess. Okay, in Haiti. Okay, So, and that's what I'm saying, that by me being French Creole, I don't practice voodoo, okay? Thank God. I did when I was young, when I was a prize, okay? Because I ain't know it was bad, okay? Looking at go out there wrestling with big bad mama voodoo queen, the light skinned lady, she'll fight the wrestler. She was big enough to fight the wrestler. She gonna put voodoo on there and make them do cartwheels of, big bad mama girl wrestler. She passed away. She won, was like the death with WWE women wrestlers back in the 80s. Y'all didn't grow up in the 80s. We're talking about Big Bad Mount Fiji, you know what I'm saying? Hollywood and Vine. I remember watching all them women wrestlers back in the 80s when she did voodoo and she making the cartwheels and stuff. That's how she wins. She big. It'd be a thin wrestler, like, by my size, ready to fight a big old huge woman. Instead of her fight with her hands, she using some voodoo. So that's why I got the idea from. I ain't know it bad though. But in Haiti, the French fought the slave masters. Now, I'm not for hating white people, but like in Black and Latin America, but I'm in the Dominican Republic and Haiti, they killed the white folks out there, okay? Because they was afraid that, King Napoleon was going to try to, that's why, okay? That's why that I even celebrate Cinco de Mayo, because after the Haiti beat up France, okay? Well, guess what? Cinco de Mayo, Mexico say, no, you ain't gonna come in our country. We beat Spain. We gonna beat y'all too, okay? So that's why I celebrate Cinco de Mayo. I'm part French too, but I'm also a minority, okay? I'm a person of color. I'm also African and Native American descent too, besides Spanish, English, Irish, and French and all that, okay? So that's why, and I'm from Texas, okay? So I celebrate Cinco de Mayo too, you know what I'm saying? So King Napoleon was a hell. He was a racist, and he was trying to go to Mexico after Haiti whoop their asses. He was trying to go to Mexico whoop. Oh no, by Puebla, they whipped their asses. Okay, and I'm part French, but hey, when you white racist French, y'all don't see us as something equal. Okay, so that's why. Oh, y'all get my point. They didn't have one drop rule. They didn't have that, but it was a similar mentality. Okay, so therefore, but in those countries in they was rebelling, okay? Them slaves didn't play that shit. Like they had the martial arts, even though that Brazil the last country, Portuguese owned country, to abolish slavery, but it took a while. But many of them slaves did their martial arts and whooped the slave masters' asses. So why I'm bringing this up? Because William Lynch wrote a letter using the King James Bible, the Protestant version of the Bible, okay? To interpret, they wrote a real big old long letter how to control a slave, okay? And people say it's a hoax. It was not, I disagree with Dick Gregory, it was not made up in the 60s for doing civil rights. No, because the language, no, the language of it did not use, they modified to say black or Negro, but they did use the word nigger, okay? In that letter. So that that it was a true story. And in that letter, it talked about dividing the lighter skinned slaves from the dark skinned slaves. The men, the women, okay? Keeping the woman head of the slave household, making the man feel less than the man, and making physically strong. And that's why a lot of brothers think of their dick, their melanin, and their strength it makes a man stand up in here mentally, making him mentally weak and physically strong, so he can work the field and let that woman control him, and let the white men and white women control him. That's why a lot of brothers do not date white sisters, because when the sister play that doggone Aunt Jemima Williams bitch syndrome, they think of that. Okay, I'm not saying all sisters like that, but as they think of. Okay, so that reason why a lot of brothers go out the white. It's not just a beauty situation. Many men do not want a woman, including myself, and I'm not as masculine as people say, do not want a woman belittling them. Just like a woman don't want no man belittling her. Well, we don't want no woman belittling us. And some of these sisters feel comfortable doing it because it gave them power. Okay? Alright. So that's why a lot of brothers have this hatred, like you have Thomas Sotomayor and all, because of that scandalization. Okay? And some of these sisters know that if you, because that's why they even in the workplace, they'll hire a sister over a brother. Okay, that's why you see unemployed rate of African American men because some of these sisters tell their daughters to be independent and keep their sons independent and self-sufficient. And when I turned 18 to 20 years ago, the first out that came out, people that's why I don't like some of the people I know I went to school with, and some people I grew up with who was older told me I was not grown. The government said I'm grown. They kept trying to use their little slave culture to hold me back. That's why I don't blame everybody of every race of white first, whatever. I blame them stupid damn folks of one drop of black blood. Okay, we're not cool. We're not friends. I don't want to see your ass. If you go, Lord forgive me. I'm not coming to the funeral. I'm not. No. Okay, you hurt my dog, my future. So what happened is a lot of these sisters feel that it's okay to belittle that you had charged as single. And so when bringing these historical reasons, because it's informative, you need to know this. While the white men in the South with you, even though they were raped the sisters, you had some sisters who were willing to go with the white men back in the 70 days, like the Mammy. And I'm glad that Angel Ramirez, my black, Puerto Rican, and Jamaican brother, even though we have different views about how we identify ourselves, and he more Zion-looking than I am, whatever, and he more Afrocentric, and I'm not in that black and out or white and out mentality, okay? On the multicultural side, he's correct. The Mammy was always smiling. She was happy to stay in her place. She kept the slaves in the place. She was mean, angry, but she smiled to the white people. That's why I say Sakata, Angel, Mama, Mammy. When I use those words, when I say even Pocho and Coon, I'm talking about historical stereotypes that people play in this day life. It's sad in 2017. They play it, okay? So, what Mammy would do will groom the women and the girls to go sleep with Massa, okay? And so he can rape them or either have consensual sex if they willing to go along with, even though they were controlled by him, okay? Also, too, the men, the brothers, had to go to the woman, not the white man, to ask for permission. They emasculate these men, but they had to be physically strong. That's what the hyper-masculine bullshit comes from, to work the field. Okay? Or to also work was in the house. They were a house slave. Handiwork in the house. They did this mess. Okay? So when it comes to children, it's funny, you always saw, now even though sometimes, don't get twisted, that white looking child could be part black getting breastfeeded by the black woman. Okay? It was master child. But if it's not master child, it's a pure white child. It was white children from a slave master getting breastfed by a black woman. Okay? And she would treat the children way better. Even though they was getting spankings too, it was not as extreme. Unless the father was a abusive father to them, okay? Or abusive mother if it was the mother who was white. But she would treat them extra better compared to her own black or mixed race kids. And even when it comes to complexions, the darkest child, who was Chad Alderson's and Paula Jones' complexion, get the worst treatment compared. And I will admit that's why sometimes I get a little happy about me not being that complexion, because I remember hearing that my uncle, who's the darkest one of three of my dad and my aunt, getting worse with grandma, okay? It relates to even my sister, who's the darkest one. My mama is my complexion, and she got the worst. And so then my other brother, who's the oldest, who has the money, who we and go see each other, okay? And me and my other brother and I, we both, and that's why my other brother, is outspoken, and so is my darker skinned brother too. Because my darker skinned brother, I'm about to pull a fist on my mama. I'm gonna tell him when he was 17 years old, she had to kick him out of the house because she kept whipping him. And my oldest brother, one who got his own business, who's doing better than I am, okay, the darker one, pulled his fist on, he about to hit my mama, okay, and she had to kick him out, she had to get a bumper jack to get, my grandfather makes fun, says she probably looking on my dad's side, because I know my dad's kids, I'm the dad's only child, okay. So, and I never forget my brother, who's my complexion, one of them in the military, his wife is military too, and he's they went to Europe. Okay, his wife's from here. Okay, she has a sister from here. They went to they went to Europe for a while, and because he finished his years, I think he got disabled in the military. That's one who spies on my damn channel. Why? But point is, he but he told me he had issues with my mom about about certain family members on his dad's side of the family. We'll detail that. We'll detail that. She was being belligerent with him, and everybody was saying we're taking his side because she was wrong how she treated him and stuff. But yeah, he told me I don't let her put her hand on my kid. And so I said, well, damn, I thought I was the only one to say that because when I have children, she's not gonna have no, and I will have to go to jail for that. I'm sorry, y'all can call me use your mama. Like I really want to have a mother that's abusive, okay? Because my mama rapes me, okay? So, but my other siblings were, saying so. Y'all get my point. The shade there, okay? So therefore, but the darkest child will get the worst beatings. That comes from slavery. Okay, that's why you have dark skinned people not only have problems with white race America, not saying they're not beautiful, but within their own community. Okay, that's why you have a talking something on. Okay, y'all get my point? That's why you have them because they were taught to be belittled and down and feel less about themselves. It don't always come from white massa people. Okay, it came from old damn mammy, and that's what I'm damn pappy too. Okay, who thank you, call it like it is, of any shade. So, therefore, that's why. So, I'm bringing this up because people think that weapons, like Aries Spears, who's dark skinned, he's talking about how his white friend up liberal north of all places. That I can kind of get that arc right there because it's more liberal up there over New York than it is in the South. Because you're going to find some white people who whip Charles Dawson, whatever name, he's an even white juggler. He believed Jerry Falwell, believe whipping. You had Greg Beck. That's why I'm on Tammy Loren's side. I don't like Tammy either. But she about to sue his ass, and he wanted to beat him, put fear. It's a white man saying it. Put fear in him. I like, damn. Even the young church said, oh, Lord. Like, they made a comment about this video about that. So, so a lot of white, and I remember seeing white people whipping their kids in the public. I've seen it many times in the South. Even the white folks at my school. I never forget when I almost got paddled. Before I got paddled in 6th grade. It was the first and last time, okay? And I never forget that me and the Spanish dude being a portro making racial stuff at me, okay? And I ran because I didn't want to get, because this man told me he gonna do something, but make a taco out of me. He was saying all this shit. Yes, the portro idiot. And so the white dude, we got kicked out the classroom because I had laughed about them going to sleep or something, okay? And my voice is loud, so the white teacher kicked me out the classroom, had me out, and she stupidly assumed that I was playing. No, the dude was trying to do something to me, told me he gonna do this to me. So I ran, so she sent us to the office. And that's what the white old gray hair redneck motherfucker that was who helped that old stupid coon paddle me back in June of 1992. Don't forget that stupid ass money. Well, a couple months like in April, before we had a black and brown first me every time I seen a black and brown fight. Okay, they happened later on that month. Okay, it was like February. Show was March because I had the chicken pox. So it was in March of '92. Don't forget I was 6th grade. They had chicken pox in March, and I almost got paddled. And so what happened was when the white dude and the Mexican dude got paddled, I told the white man, I said, excuse me, you can't paddle me. My dad said, you can't paddle me. I said, first, all he didn't want to hear, I had to say he being rude and rigid. That's why I have issues with people because they didn't see the whole side of the story. Don't be rude and rigid when actually I wasn't playing. The dude said he's gonna make taco out of me. In Mexico, they kill black folks. It was the old Pocho had said all this other stuff, okay? And so when he said all that, 12 years old here and there, I'm like, what the fuck? So you don't want to hear my side of the story, but you want to paddle me. I said, excuse me, I was 12 years old. You guys, excuse me, you cannot paddle me. My dad would not let. So he called my dad, and what it was, my dad was staying at my great-grandmother's house. Great-grandmother, Big Mama had passed away back in 88. And what happened was, he was talking to some woman, okay? So we had to call 2 times, make 2 rings. He knew that was him, us coming from grandparents, and my grandfather's like, get tired of my son doing this, okay? So, and my grandma, they said too, okay? So, my dad didn't pick up the phone. So, what happened was, well, I'm going to get you detention, which I had chicken pox. My cousin, who was what? He was turning 4 that year, right? He was 3. I was 12. He gave me chicken pox, which I was glad. Because I had to go to the hall and like that. And they, when you off for a long period of time, you don't get on the detention. They'll backtrack that, okay? So what happened was I had 2 weeks. So what happened was, and but what am I bringing this? Because the white cop and the Hispanic cop that was in there, who was dressed in regular clothes, the white, take like a man, take like a man. That's those southern redneck bullshit here, okay? I can't wait to get the fuck out the South. Anyway, so, and the white Hispanic cop was the big old fat dude, he was fat, was smiling like, I'm like, no, you ain't gonna whip me. Y'all not gonna whip me in here, okay? Because, you know what I'm saying? So, what happened was, at that situation, because you have to have a witness, okay? And I think that the Hispanic woman who was assistant principal, she had to witness it. Because if you have to, they want your witness to be a pallet because that's what they're trying to make a child abuse, okay? So, I didn't get a pallet, but the white dude who I laughed at was sleeping in the classroom, and the Mexican dude who was acting the fool, they both got a pallet, but I didn't get no pallet. Because I heard them doing their pallet, because I would have cried. I probably committed suicide that day, because that was suicide. It turned out what? I was going to commit suicide. I was 12 years old. So, my point is that people say they're whipping, and I never get the white cop, not the same one, but we had another one who was doing patrol at the school. He was very, you can tell he was a very named white cop too. Try to smile in your face and be your friend type ones, okay? That's why I'm glad I went to integrated school. I can screen a racist, and I'm mixed with Caucasian, so when I was reading about, I can screen them when I first see them. I'm like, yeah, they doing this. Okay, all right. I can eat them before, you know what I'm saying? I don't know a person's heart, but I can look at their actions, okay? So what happened is when their friend came on the scene in 8th grade, 93, okay? I don't forget. Because he was 1992 and 93 in the case. So 1992 and 93, I was in 7th grade. Okay. I went to 1992. I went to the hospital, so for suicide, and then I went to Deer Park Hospital. Then I went back to school. Okay. And I remember getting that in my 7th grade year, we was helping out cleaning, and that's how I know about that. The old hyper masculine shit don't come from the hood. It come from white redneck culture too in the South. So, because it was a lot of, you know, I mean, as I was getting called faggot from the brothers, it was white dudes and Latinos who try to look up to these folks who was calling me all type of faggots too, okay? You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't masculine. I don't forget those days. And while I was helping my white teacher, English teacher, my first semester in 7th grade before I went to the hospital, I had a different English teacher the next year, 93. Well, I was in one of those schools organizations. So I was playing wash dishes. The white dude came and said, "Hey man, don't be washing dishes with these women." That was the white dude had said. You're a man. You just looking and let these women do the job here. That's how sexist it was. Yes. Okay. So one thing, I'm glad I came from the South to know that I can't be ignorant like this. Only white folks do it. Like, okay, thank you. And the reason I bring this up because in the next school year, which is 93, 94, I was in 8th grade, the dark-skinned sister who's friend of my aunt, she went to school with my aunt on my dad's side, and she was our teacher's aide there, or she was a contact master. He said, "I ain't know what's the name with your aunt. I went to school together with her." Okay, her and the white teacher who's married to a dark-skinned brother, because I remember her kids. Okay, yeah. Because that was in the interracial family allowance. I was like, "Damn, small world." I said, "It's me." So I told her, I said, "Yeah, you know, I'm mixed up too, Miss, what's her name?" She said, "For real?" "Yes." And so, yeah, so her husband dark skinned, and so they have kids together. I forget. I said, we see everybody I said, yeah, I said, well, I said, I'm mixed with black and Spanish, and I say Spanish because I know I had Spanish in me. I said, I'm mixed with black and, French, Creole, English. I was looking for someone that I could relate to, but her kids were so young. So, what I'm saying? I couldn't relate to those kids, but they had teenagers that was my age at the English Family Lounge, and I couldn't have no car because even they had the English Family Lounge back then, when I was trying to get involved with the multiracial movement at the time, they had their doggone stuff on out there southeast side, way out the outskirts of Houston, so in Katy, and that's west. They had so of course I could go to their doggone parties and relate to the people who openly admit having mixed hairs. Okay, so when I was trying to get to know her, because I knew Miss what's her name, because she was part of the environmental club. Okay, her and this other lady who was my science teacher back in 6th grade, and I didn't know she was married to a brother. Until they said she came come to school and said, yeah, the kids was shocked that she married to a dark skin, but she's a white lady. Well, they was having a discussion. The white lady who married to the dark skin brother, the dark skinned sister was in it, and the white man, there was a cop, was having a discussion about paddling. Mostly the dark skinned sister and the white man. And they was talking about the times they were pal, they got whipping. So, yeah, my grandfather, that's the white man. I don't forget. Yeah, my grandfather, he was a preacher. Then I said, okay, here we go. And he'll make you cry one time. That was it. I get tired. Why the doctor trying to stop all this? We supposed to whip your kids. And then my aunt's friend, she came in and sister said, yeah, my grandma didn't play that mess. I don't know why they trying to stop put past. So I'm laughing. I said, yep, y'all day is over. Oh, my head said it. I'm 14 years old. Yep, y'all day is over. We ain't practice that mess no more. I think she jumped, the white woman jumped in too. And it was another white woman with blonde hair. She jumped in. So all these folks, so my point is, we want to bring this up to all y'all all here talking about that white people don't whoop their damn kids in the damn dirty South. Yes, they do. Okay? Remember, so white ain't gonna say some price. That's why Greg Abbott won. That's why they voted for Trump. Okay? That's why we had Rick Perry. Okay? Come on now. All right? So, I'm going to give you a big hourly discussion, but why I'm attacking Paula Johnson and Farrah about this racism. So, the reason I'm bringing this up because people are so ignorant, okay, thinking that white folks, because Farrah, who's part Arabian and white, okay, because her dad's Italian and part Syrian, okay, and her mama's white Anglo, okay, to my knowledge, okay, that they think that Farrah Abraham didn't get enough whippings, but her mom did. Her white mom whipped her, okay? Spanked her, beat her, and called her nothing. Because her mom was supposed to like her. Cause on TV act like she's an innocent mother. But your daughter would not act the fool if you would not did this shit. I would not be bipolar if my family didn't do this shit to me, okay? They did contribute to this, besides the kids in school picking on me. Remember, I didn't go home with the kids in school picking on me. I had to deal with that mess at home. Because I wasn't your expectation. There was no unconditional love. Okay? That's why I say you didn't love me. You preferred the society over me. And I reversed that back to you. So, what happened is, why I'm bringing the racial part of this? Because people will come on my channel talking about, well, white folks, I'm like, y'all, because y'all stupid, ignorant, don't integrate, don't meet other people besides those African Americans in the family, in the community, and meet other people who actually have same similarity, attitudes, and beliefs as you do, who just look different from you. Very uneducated people out here. So I don't want no one to come on my channel with that bullshit. Because I went to school being scared of a white woman about to paddle me, okay? And she paddled with her kids, and she bragged about, okay? So do y'all understand that? I don't want to hear that shit come on my channel. So I cuss on Sunday morning, but y'all get on my nerve with that. Like, Eric, mama whip me, black kids get whipped, and start singing a slave song like a damn fucking coon that he is, okay? So, why I bring this up? Well, because I'm about to go to the subject of the video. Paula Johnson and Reese, it's on the Wii channel or whatever, I just saw tonight. And Farrah got into it. To the point that Farrah was called trash by, what's her name? Paula Johnson. Paul Johnson started acting psychotic and your mama. Okay. Act the fool. Do her routine as what what's his name told Diamond Silk, talking about Donald Trump told Diamond to do your routine. Doing else Kai and your mama with this routine towards Farrah. Because she mad that someone can stand up to her. Because Chad, unlike he did with Evelyn, the Hispanic one he punched, and remember she came, Evelyn too, who Puerto Rican, her mama whooped her, okay? That's why she's so damn fucking violent, okay? That's called like it is, because she was on the video talking about how mom had her back against the wall. That's why she's the way she is, okay? Okay, alright. Well, Chad Single hit her, but hit her, okay? Remind her of his old Sakai and my mama, okay? I don't say man, we disrespectful, okay? So, guess what? So Paula upset the fact that she can't get her hands, because remember, I just said earlier, people do this for gratification. Some of them gonna knock her ass out, talking about Farrah. So I was all on Farrah's side until you say you black piece of shit. Now I'm against Farrah. Because, bitch, you call me black piece of shit. I'ma yank that blonde weave off your fucking head, off your head. Cause everybody know that bitch got a hair on her head. Just because she a white and Arabian woman don't mean a damn thing. She got some pieces of weave. And trust me, if you had called me and started attacking me and called me black piece of shit, this black French, Spanish, Creole, Irish, English, American skin brother don't have to have a fucking tan. It gonna go after that blonde extensions and yank it off your damn head and whip it like it was Will Smith's song, whip your hair back and forth. You're not gonna call me no black piece of shit. So I was all your damn side, bitch, until you said that. Cause now all of us, if I'm not a stereotypical person, think that way, think that behavior of that Sakata answer mom that you try to fight, which I was on your side till you said that. Yes. Now, counter argument with Farrah. I'm also glad that she said that. That makes you right. No, I'm not cool. I'm not against my African descendant people. Once again, some of my people are educated. I said, some think that this is normal behavior, acting belligerent, and think that belligerent towards your kids is normal, like it's gonna teach you something when it's not. Because I want Paula, if she watched this video talking about Paula Johnson, see how you acting. Now, I let everyone know I'm my own individual, so don't try to characterize me. Don't try to put no typecast or stereotype and think that every brother. I'm glad that brothers who listen to dumb lifestyles, I call it like it is, get mad at me like I'm supposed to be a damn fucking robot. Them, no the fuck I don't. Then Martha King fought for civil rights. So let me let you know the reason why I'm glad that she said that, because you just already portrayed the psychotic Aunt Jemima syndrome. Miss Johnson, you have already made a bad mark for sisters. The reason why I'm letting you know, and about CPS. The other good Paula, who's not on the show, my girl Paula Flo, who's against whipping, and she's a sister. Look her up on YouTube. The hitting stops here. She can defend this if she was a sister only, even though she's a very religious woman. She's a Protestant, but she's one of those religious women who's against it. It's funny, you got conservative people who are Protestant who are against whipping too. Funny. She's one of them. She also would disagree and say that this woman was making a bad example for us sisters. Okay? And the reason I brought the CPS, because just weeks or months ago on this Isaiah Carey show here in Houston, Fox Twins, the dark skin, but remember the one that the fly got in his nose and he cussed? That brother, okay, he's in Houston now, okay? When we were doing the weather outside, he had a fraud jerk curl or something, and the fly got in his nose, and Isaiah Carey said, "Oh shit!" on the camera. Okay, that's that brother. He works here in Houston. He the one that have, he be interviewing. He had that answer box, and what's her name? John Jones arguing about race and stuff. Okay, that man. Okay, the dog skin man from that brother. Okay, well they just had a organization out there trying to stop black children, pure African American, none of us pure black, for going to the system. After CPS take the kids. The CPS did not care for African Americans and children, and they go to homes that are That's why I went to the manager when my homegirl did not. They had was punching her son due to her being on Kush. Well, therefore I went to the manager. I didn't go to the police until the one of the people in the office who was helping me get evicted 2 years ago, the 2 years before that, yeah, so did. They about to be some karma on that woman. I told the CEO of the housing about that young woman that worked in, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I ain't gonna say her name though, it's a description. She was being rude to me on the phone about the situation, and she knows she's being recorded. And because I have recorded on my phone calls. And I gave it to the CEO, she done the work there. We had 2 different properties who owned the property. Still, she was being belligerent, rude on me on the phone because she did it before when I was about to get evicted because she didn't she related to the former manager that was there trying to evict me back in 2012. Okay, so I said, okay, since you were making fun of me and all that, okay, I'm gonna let the CEO know about you. That's when the cops got involved. But I went to the manager who was a white lady at the time. She was married to a Hispanic man, and I went to the sister dark skin sister that worked under her, who's assistant manager. I can tell them, please help this sister out because she's punishing her son. And I try to get the manager involved. That's when that yellow bone chick who worked in that doggone office, who used to make fun of me, I was like, you made me out. I said, okay, bitch, since you did that to me and you over here being rude to me on the phone, you know you're being recorded, I'm about to tell the CEO house. And I did. I emailed him and he heard the whole conversation, and then when the cops got involved. So everybody don't know the whole story. I ain't going to the cops direct. That's why they asked me why you wait 8 days or 10 days a week to let us know about this, because they didn't want her to go. So the point is, CPS, what they doing now, they're taking the kids, minority kids, especially African descent, and putting them in homes where our foster care people are very abusive, physically, sexually, all that other stuff. That's why I didn't want to go to the system, but they told me, the cops told me, you have no other choice, you have to take them to the CPS. And the reason I bring this up because Isaiah Carey had this sister. I think she kind of camera like me, or probably a little darker, and it's High Yellow Brother, who's part of Black Panther or whatever, something that Black Dash group. I never get that brother. The High Yellow Brother with the green eyes. He was one who was very vocal against. Because one time there was a white man who's adopted a black. He not pure black, but he was African descent child. He was son. He ought to be grown now. Back in the '90s. And this was transracial adoption was getting big. And unfortunately, racial adoption knows it's not an abusive home, okay? Our races, that's still abusive home, okay? So, what happened was, and I was on the white man's side. I was a little kid, it was a teenager time, because I felt it was racist. And what it was, I did not know in detail, the white man had adopted this young brother, was actually kissing him, not kissing like a father-son kiss as he was seeing on the doggone media. No, he actually was making out with this dude. I'm glad they took the young man out. Well, there's one thing in the media that tells you one side of the story, because they may paint the picture that the high yellow brother who's on the brother side to get him out, that he was making stuff, because you have folks who lie too and try to make racial stuff up too. But I thought, no, they said the white man was trying to go with the little boy. So I'm against that type of stuff. You don't adopt no kids, so you can have y'all some sick people out there. I don't care what your orientation race is. That's not your job to do that mess. Anyway, so what it was, they caught the white man kissing the brother. So I thought it was a father-son kiss. You know what I'm saying? No, they was doing some making out shit. And I'm glad they got the young man out of that dude's custody. And I think I don't know if he got in trouble. I don't know the full story. So it was the same brother that did that was on Isaiah Carey show with the camera skin sister who's very Afrocentric. And they were saying they was trying to stop black children, that's their words, black children from going to CPS. What it is, CPS, if the family, okay, let's say that, let's say my cousin, let's say if I have a cousin and his son, daughter, whatever, we hypothetically speaking, was being abused by him. Instead of get to a closest family member, okay, of the family, what they're doing is, if you're related to the abuser, they don't want that. Okay, now I kind of agree with CPS, because it's true, there are some people who are related to the abuser who's taking care of the kid, of the child, will let the abuser come back and see, because they're the parent, okay? That's how it mess, okay? I wouldn't do that. If I was taking care of someone else's kid in my family, you're not seeing them kids. I'm going to have my gun ready just in case you want to start some trash, okay? The cops will be ready to come to your house. You mess these kids' life up, you're not going to put no more scandalization in our family, okay? So, but that's what's happening. So they're using their argument that 9, 10, let's say the mama abusing the kid, The grandma can't take care of the kid, even though grandma is against what the mama did. You know what I'm saying? Because 19, they're assuming that they go back and they were using stereotypes. So I'm glad that sister said stereotypes. What type of stereotype they using? They're using the Sakata Angel Mama stereotype, and Paula Johnson played that role. And I can't say good, well for those white racist people in Hollywood and all of America. That's why Farrah called you black piece of shit. I want sisters to understand that who play that damn role think it's cute because white massa put in your damn head, okay, that it's cute. You white man let you get away with it so your son can be emasculated. I ain't talking about masculine, feminine. I'm talking about he will not be a strong-minded person. He will not stand up against the racism or the oppression or any abuse. That's why these brothers choose to go along to the system when they thugging, don't care about what happens to them. They don't care if you put a gun on them. They'll fight the cop. That type mess. Okay? So, do you understand that? That's why they don't want to build a community. They want to destroy the community. Okay? It's sad that the drug dealer is seen as a massive role of the community. Not the blue collar man, not the man who's trying to stay. Y'all get my point? And the women control y'all bring that mess up. I go in detail why it's going on. I don't go by stereotypes, that y'all like to promote. Okay, I'm talking about I go by stereotypes that's hurting the community. I'm talking about I examine and I let you know the reason why I go against it. Okay, so that is the reason why that I'm glad I mad at Farrah as a person African American because she was stupid to say that shit because it was racist. Okay, bitch, you said black piece of shit. You come take an enemy. I don't give a damn about what you're between your legs. A dick or pussy or both. I'm gonna yank that weave off your damn fucking head. I'm gonna go up and call you every motherfucking thing worse than your own mama called you, okay? Because not all of us of African descent believe that this is okay. I'm glad that I do. And those who say I'm ashamed of my black hair because I claim it's heritage, I'm glad I do have one drop of black blood to show to the fucking world. And not all of us are like that. Or condone that type of shit because it needs to be a voice to be overshadowed. I'm always talking and very outspoken and very opinionated because it needs to be known that not all of us like that, okay? So, you know what I'm saying? The voice that's like mine is always being hushed and censored and silenced. And someone like Paula Johnson always get always get the shine, okay? That's got to change. That's why I kind of agree with Thomas Sutherland York. What I do not like about Thomas Sutherland York is when he overly stereotype every sister. He talks bad about sisters, the whole thing. Me, I'm an individualistic person. I'm not going to sit here, for example, I'm part Hispanic too. Spanish Creole. I had bad experience with Latinos too. But I'm not going to say all Mexicans are Porchos, all Latinos are Porchos, all that when I had good Latino people who did not play that role. Okay? While I was then with Porchos in El Paso, Texas, I had those who were not Porchos who gave me the hand out, who helped me out, who pulled strength. That's why when there was Sakata Angel Mamas and Coons, okay, there was Latinos who also helped me out. When I dealt with Porchos, there was good African people. So I had good all and bad on all sides. That's why my experience is different because I don't see, as I tell people, sometimes it's an individual that allows you, sometimes not all. That allows you, for example, if you had bad experience with Latinos, you fuck with the ones who were Porcho minded, you thought they was friend. You didn't eat her out and screen them like I do. I screen everybody like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It is a Sakata Angel Mama. It is a Coon. It's a fiddler. I'm having, yeah, I had that. And he had read that. Yeah, oh, okay, he doing this, that. Oh, when I say I'm Mexican, okay, oh, no. Okay, red flag, bye. We not dealing with each other. That's how I do my thing. It's called a survival technique. That's how I live my life. Yeah, it may be in fear, but it's called so you don't get hurt again technique. Okay, that's how I call it. Alright? So, in my case, going back to the situation with Farrah, I was on your side standing there, oh, bully, bitch. And as a person, because you don't have one drop of black blood, I did. I can say this. That's Kyla and your mama bitch who make our community look terrible with her tactics. Paula Johnson. Now I gotta defend Paula Johnson because you sit here and said black piece of shit. And trust me, bitch, if you did say it to me, and you try to attack me, I don't give a fucking damn if you're a fucking woman, man. I don't care if you're Caitlyn Jenner. I don't care if you're RuPaul. I'm about to, you put your hands on me, try to attack me, trust me, that we, because Farrah, whatever her name is, have extensions, and white women do it. White women do it too, but she part Arabian, so she's not all that white. Do it too. Thomas Sotomayor, she have a weave up in there, and I'm about to go yank that weave off her head and go whoa, 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 and like it's a rope, like I'm from Texas, like they do. Okay, lasso. Okay, hell yeah. You gonna call me black piece of shit, bitch? I'll make your fucking life a living hell to the point your ass will turn red. Don't fucking play with me. I'll be worse than Paula. So don't you call her by a black piece of shit. I was on your damn side till you said that shit. But there been a history of her being racist. Okay? And I'm a fan rape, but when you fight against a bully, that's what I'm, because of personal experience. Okay? When your own family bully you and think there's a bullying technique make you do right. That's why I have a problem, because and they tried to twist the Bible like a bunch of wolves and she called the slave masters. That's why I have a problem. Okay? That's why I said that I am a scoffer. And Proverbs 9 always say don't correct scoffers. The Bible say that. And if they know, and when Bill comes and Orange and I am, they know not to correct me. Stay away from me. Okay? Let God handle me. I put myself in God's judgment. That's why I say that even when it goes to Romans 9 or something where Paul says in Isaiah that I find by those and see me. I said disappear. That's to let the Lord handle me, because I get a better. For example, I messed up. I had 2 more years to go back to college. Yeah, 2 years to finish my degree. Okay, because next year will be a year of me graduating from college. But I did not mess up when I was working at Macy's. Okay, last year, because I didn't feel like doing no school work, whatever. Well, guess what? I regret that, and I'm glad that the things that happened prior to what happened, the repercussions of it happened. That was from a distance from God. I ain't need no human to yell at me, scream at me, act all belligerent, and act 10 times evil than me, okay, to teach me right. Because it's too wrong. They say too wrong to make it right. Well, they should live that too, okay, besides telling me that, okay? So because I looked back and with all the stuff I went through with the rodeo situation, I was looking back and said, if I was in school, get my bachelor's, and next year I would not worry about the working as security part-time, not working every day, having low wage and all other stuff. I probably already have potential of having a degree right now, and I probably have finished early if I had more time. You know what I'm saying? Because I even told people to say, because you had to turn your schoolwork in every Tuesday. The first Tuesday was the post on the discussion board. Then you had to do it in your Thursday, and then that Monday before 12 o'clock midnight Pacific time, because we're Central, okay, and they go by Pacific. So I was, you had 2 hours. Yeah, you had 2 more hours to get your schoolwork done. You know what I'm saying? And I was happy about that. You know what I'm saying? So I had an internet and everything. And then when I started not doing schoolwork, my computer, you know what I'm saying, and then my computer was messing up. You know what I'm saying? So, and now my computer, now, like I said, I had to buy food and everything. I was supposed to get my homie to fix the computer, and I don't have $30. I have $30, but I needed $30. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know what I'm saying. And I get a check for looking for jobs and stuff as unemployment. Still, y'all get my point. I wish I had. I wish I did. I wish I have done what I supposed to have done. You know what I'm saying? So I wish people folks understand that I messed up, I fucked up, and I'm glad that I'm taking the repercussions of it. Okay, and that's why I say I prefer God to discipline me, because once I see it for myself, then I have an understanding. That's why I say when I have a child, if they ask the question why I'm not letting them do it, I want them to have an understanding, because then they can get in their head, well, Dad's trying to take care of me. Dad's trying to look out for me. You know what I'm saying? Not just be belligerent, rude, just to be a spiteful, mean person. Okay, that person had to regret it. Okay, That's why I'm not for the type of disrespect. I'm against Paula Johnson, how she treat her son. And she don't understand that Galatians 4, you supposed to let your children go. Okay? You're not supposed to raise your kids. In Galatians 4, chapter 4, 1 to 7, that's those days are old. Once a child is an adult, you cannot control him. Read it with Paul saying Galatians 4. In about Galatians, this is with a G, right? Okay. In the Bible. People say, is my child right to tell? No, that's when they're not adult yet. If they're adults, they're on their own. They have, we're God's children first and our parents. So I ain't trying to cuss nothing, but a lot of folks don't get that in their head that they think they can run and do whatever they want to do to want them go. That's not supposed to go. I'm glad I read Galatians 4 about this. Why nobody can't talk about me talking about I'm going against my parents when I don't have the right to. I don't have to obey them no more. The only person I have to obey is God first and the law. Okay, and that's why I try to follow everything legal. When it comes to something that's not with the law, is with God. I prefer God to give me a judgment. I don't need no human, because human. That's why everybody mad about like all these police shootings and stuff. I'm very vocal about it, but you think that I'm shocked? No, know your history. Back in the Jim Crow days, you couldn't trust the police. They'll try to lynch you too if they're one part of, you know what I'm saying. So they're human. They had to prove themselves, and I ain't perfect, but I know 1 Corinthians chapter 4, the second verse said, a steward should prove himself to be trustworthy. That's why I don't trust people of authority unless they prove to be trustworthy. Even those who are not authority, those friends, they have to be true, the so-called friends. The people around us, like, you don't trust people. I don't. I went through a lot in my life. You have to prove yourself to be trustworthy in order for me to be your friend now, okay? I try to gauge and being friends with people, and I got stabbed back so many times. Even relationship wise. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's scary. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to get hurt again. They have to be proven. For example, with Tina Turner. The reason why Tina Turner took a long time to get married to her husband, the white man from Europe, because uh, Ike beat her. She didn't want to go through another situation like that. It took a while. They even shacking up in the house. Okay? And she had to make sure that this man is going to be the one for her before she said, I do. Because she don't want to get to another situation where it's an Ike and Turner situation. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to understand that's the whole reason why that if I don't go around certain people, if I don't trust them, or either I have a bad vibe about that person, or they did something wrong to me, even my own family, I don't want it to happen to me again. I don't care if it happens to you. It can happen to you. Keep that BS in your life. Don't bring it in my corner, okay? So I want folks to understand that's why. But make a hour and a half about this situation with Paula Johnson, but I don't like Fierra's attitude when she turned racial. Because you had somebody back in there saying on your doggone side on this situation because we have to deal with people who think comfortable because unlike you, yes, you as a white woman and part Arabian, because that's part Italian, but she's mixed, part Italian, part Syrian, that's mixed. And your mom was white. Point is, even though that people look at you as a white person, you're a mix. People everybody assume that those African Americans because they know that African American people are not treated human in this country. That's why I say when Trump won, okay, let me get this fucking country. Even now, when to my minorities who are Asian, like y'all not gonna be treated as human. Trust me, you're not gonna be treated as human. They look at white folks as human, and those are not. Who are not white to them. Okay, so I can get out of this country and live better and live way better like Joseph Baker did than live here in the United States. Y'all can fight that fight alone. I'm done with fighting, trying to get the American dream and not achieving having people to store scripture of it, okay? All that other crap because they purposely don't want to see me make it. That's all like it is because they ain't trying to purposely trying, you know what I'm saying? And and then when I try to make it, they'll be belligerent and rude. They can do it without that. I teach you right, okay? You can't mix that two together. You know you're doing it for a reason. It's for biased reasons. So even me, you know what I'm saying? So that's the whole reason why. But with Farrah, like I said, counter argument. I'm glad that she said it to wake Paula Johnson up. You making sisters look terrible. That's why I did not. For example, I'll do a video about the Zoe Williams and Aries Spears in TMZ and Corey Holcomb. And the reason why I was going to do it because Corey Holcomb's mad at TMZ. Now, we just had Auntie Fee pass away. God rest her soul, Auntie Fee. And y'all know I did a video about Auntie Fee. I bashed her because she played a bad role as herself, and TMZ caught onto it and exploited. Okay? Yeah, it made her famous. But there were things they like what she did when she was on Jimmy Kimmel's show, which I sometimes think that Jimmy Kimmel is a racist, okay? Jimmy Kimmel had on her show, and her son was acting a fool, and she started playing that witty, lint, psychotic angel mama role towards her son. And that's why they have that respect for her either. And I understand a person as an individual, but when you don't let that be addressed, like I let y'all know, don't you dare put me compared to somebody else. I'm my own. Y'all have some similarities with some people, but if it's, you know, a lot of brothers will tell you who get along with stereotypes. I'm not like them. I have no apologies to be like them because I want us as a people of represent to stop being stereotyped. People stereotype based on generalizations. You know what I'm saying? People are based on ignorance, and they used to seeing a group of people act a certain way. Okay, they're not going to they're not, you know, they're gonna assume that everybody else is like that, and that's hurting us as the people of represent. When you sit here and you do not address the world that when you see about a bad negative behavior, excuse me, you make yourself look stupid. That's why I said about when folks call themselves niggas, they're being white man's niggas. They're being stupid. They're being like Fiddler. They're being like Coons. And Coons will make fun of us. They playing that specific role. Okay? They should know in their damn head that they're being stupid. Okay? When you don't hear, for example, we're talking about the what's that man name? Ice Cube. It had birth to Ice Cube, but I disagree with you about taking the N-word back. When you portray that violent, savage, buck image, okay, you tell the whole world that all of us are like that. That's not true. We're not all like that. That's why I do all black people saying. I said, no, the damn we not. I don't care what white man wrote that fucking doggone lie. You can tell whoever he is, shut the fuck up. We're not all the same. We have same background, similar background, whatever, because all of us are not pure black. Okay? But still, just because there's a cultural stereotype, not all of us fit that stereotype. And I'm glad that people say, you different. You speak Spanish. It's a blessing, but I make me want to cry because why I gotta be the only one? Why there's a bunch of brothers in their own mind who have their own mind allow themselves to be stereotyped and then bitch and moan about it when you play the role. You know, she played the angry black woman, angry, violent, savage, mammy role on that doggone marriage couple, so everyone call it, okay? And I'm glad what's her name? Farrah called it out. Now, I don't like the fact her use of racial slurs, but I want you to understand the reason why I attack stereotypes and use those terms, why I use them. Okay? Because people, you shouldn't say redneck and coon and Aunt Mama and pocho. Those words have a meaning historical. Okay? Yeah, I'm saying I'm not using it to tell everybody that. But when I see somebody play those roles and it's detrimental to me and anybody else, detrimental to the community, detrimental to anybody, I'm going to call it out. You know, like they say, how he ain't a hood rat. Folks think that, and I say, I meant a hood rat thought that's something to be called. She don't know that outside of the United States, you're being laughed at. You know, cool, be a hood rat, but don't bitch and moan about how people treat you as a hood rat. A hood rat, and nobody don't want. They use hood rats for sex, that's it. And get what they want out of them. They don't want a hood rat for the wife. Unless you just a hood rat male who thug and stupid and dumb. And you want to know why nobody wants you in the establishment. Yeah, because we black. No, because you act a damn fool. I want you in my damn store. Call me coon and sell out, but you selling us out playing that negative stereotype. Everybody think we all alike. That's why I don't like nobody saying we all like we do these. We can say that to a certain extent, but not everybody. Not everybody in the community eat fried chicken. Not everybody in the community eat watermelon. I don't like watermelon. Okay? So, y'all get my point? Y'all, we need to look at people's individuals. And that's what I'm bashing Farrah on. I understand this. Sakata inch mama bitch play the bad black woman role, okay? In her daily life, which is stupid, okay? But not all sisters, not all brothers agree with that type of bullshit. We don't agree with that. We have folks that I know sisters that 9-10 will kill this bitch who could be their daughter. Okay? For real. I never forget. I washing clothes and it's an old sister. She dark skin, she was Native American, black Native American, and she her African side also from Jamaica too. But she was raised in the South. And she could be spiteful, mean, messy. And so he can people don't talk to other people, but she talked to any kind of way, and I'm throwing us in the skin. And one time I speak to her, and I told her a lot about yelling. I mean, she realized when I told her that, and I talked to her yet. So anyway, she was part of the organization of the community here, and the kid was playing on top. So I told her one of the sisters, younger sisters, she probably about 20, 30 years old. Miss so and so don't want nobody to get mad. Oh, I wish she would. I wish she would get mad. I cuss that bitch out. Where she at now? You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. She is old. So, you see what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm glad that she said that, because that old lady thought that these young people can let her talk to them. No. And that's why I don't get mad as an older person. I'm glad that my generation and younger are assertive. Yeah, it can be aggressive. But do it at the right place. I'm not saying it's right what we do to you or whatever. No. Don't do it when someone is nice to you, okay? Don't do that attitude when you're not. If a person say leave me alone when we bother, or stop playing with my stuff, don't be in my yard. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up, it was time to disrespect when disrespect, okay? If an older person respect us, those, and I can't speak for everybody in our generation either, in Generation X, okay? 79 and 78 and 77 and down to early 80s, okay? And mid 80s. We disrespect you to older folks, we disrespect us. Because nobody does not want to be disrespected by a defendant Farrah in this situation, okay? Alright? I would never talk to my kids like they're trash. That is not love. And do not use the Bible, because I'm not perfect either, but I know St. Paul's verse that love is not credited with injury in the 13 Corinthians, okay? So don't try to use that mess on me trying to start, because you can have your cake and eat too by doing rude to me, do wrong to me as well. So you can feel good about, because people who mistreat people do it for good. Like I do it for who do me wrong. Yeah, I mean I did for gratification who do it to me. Now if I'm not trying to start shit with you, I'm not looking to start on shit. But if you harass me, I know why you're doing it and mistreat me, I'm going to do the same back to you. So if it's too wrong to right, okay, well, don't do it all. Because I'm not asking for it. I'm not looking for people like that. I'm not praying every day to have someone praying, actually praying against people like that, okay? Yes, I do. And I even ask God, when's this going to be over with, okay? But the point is, the reason why I'm bringing this up, okay? The reason why I'm bringing this up, when I was coming up, we disrespect those who disrespect us. It wasn't that, okay, I'm younger, I'm mistreat the old people just the hell of it. For gratification, okay? I'm not for that, okay? So, that's the reason why that we came up. But these younger people who in this millennium shit, and I call it like it is, feel entitled. Feel that because they are younger, you can't do that with them, and they have like disrespect you when you ain't doing it to them. Because I understand somebody abusing you, they scandalize you to feel that their abuse is okay. That's why you abuse back. Paula Johnson, I hope you understand that's why Farrah is the way she is. That's why I get mad when someone yell at me. I'm ready to do something to them. If I can't do them physically, I'm going to find something mental, so I can do something to them to the point they know to leave me alone, because I don't want to be treated that way. That's why that someone compare me to Farrah Abraham, because we don't like nobody. We don't like people to yell at us and mistreat us, because we know the real how it feels. It makes you want to take your life, because you ask why I'm in this situation. I didn't ask to put in this situation. I wasn't looking for it. Even if I did something wrong, I wasn't looking for that type of treatment. Even if I didn't do wrong, why am I being treated this way? Okay, but that's you know what I'm saying. But to sit here and think this is okay because you oh well I went through it, it killed me. Okay, if you knew it was wrong what you went through, then you shouldn't pass that message to the next generation. That's selfish. I went through Miss Yell at school, that being whipped and all the other stuff, and guess what? I want to commit suicide, either kill a person or both. I don't want my kids having that scandalization. I know people misinterpret the scripture because when they talk about the private verse, okay, about being a better child, it actually literally tells you to teach discipline. They forget that in Galatians, whatever it's called, tell you not to correct the. If you provoke a child to anger, they become discouraged. And I'm an epitome of that verse. I think it's the 23rd chapter, 21st. Yeah, okay. So, but they ignore that. They want to just get mad because they have a fuck. Because what it is, people who like Paula Johnson had a messed up childhood and messed up life. So they feel that if I didn't have a chance, my child will deserve a chance. Is that Will Lynch? We call it Will Lynch and God dog it. Cradle Barrel. And that's why I see my mama because she didn't have a good life either and she messed up her life and my dad did too. Even when he was drunk, told me this in 1995. He didn't want me to have the same life he did. Well, he continued to contribute to it. That's why we don't talk. On Father's Day, I'm not saying a word to him because it's going to be a problem. And people don't know my family. Don't come in my business. It did tell you to mind your business as long as if I lose my father, I grew myself and prepare myself to do it. And my mom because I don't want to deal with any drama to the point it make you want to commit suicide. I want to kill them because I don't because your life was fucked up. Don't put that fucked up life in my life. That's selfish. Okay? And if I don't want to live your fucked up tradition, don't fucking bother me with it. Okay? Because I'm sorry. I already gave you the alienation. You know, it's like they want you in your life to start shit. If you're not in their life, they're trying to find a way to get you in their life. I can deal with their loss. Okay? I can deal with a sword as Jesus put it in the family in Matthew 10 in the family. I can deal with that because I want to be away from that. I always envision myself to be away from that type of environment, abuse, and culture of it, of any sort. Okay? So that's why. So those who try to keep that burden, of course I'm gonna have resentment and lay on hatred because you being selfish, it's the burden not gonna help me. The burden making me more angrier and angrier to the point. So anyway, so Paula feels since she had that burden in her life, she had a right as a mother to put that burden in Chad's life, and all that did is hurting her. And she think by 8 4. So let's go back to drinking. Why she was on crack and all this other stuff. People use those drugs to escape their pain because they know in reality they're wrong. They did wrong. What happened was wrong. They don't want to face it, so they use drugs. They use anything to stop them. That's why she get drunk. She act a fool, and she felt that the brother, the bald head brother, the white woman who was charged was showing favor towards or Farrah. No, they about to get Farrah out because she going berserk support. I'm when you say black piece of shit, I understand why you said it because you see that damn fucking stereotype. It's sad that people when we was coming when our ancestors or those in the Jim Crow days fought against stereotypes. Now the descendants of them are now perpetrating stereotype and think it's cute, and then later on get fucked up mad about it when people call it out. Okay? It's not cute for Paula Johnson to act that way. That's why I call her all those things because I can relate to that situation to the point that I want to kill my own. Okay? She don't understand that behind closed while you trying to teach her how to use religion to cover and sugarcoat it. People see that hypocrisy through your bullshit because they know that if God was like that, that's no because God's not the devil, right? You acting like God is the devil when you make the type of argument. Okay? If I read in chapter 6 of Luke that God even is faithful, even is merciful to unkind, ungrateful people, and you know what I'm saying, then you can't say that God can punish me. I punish my own self. Actually, let's correct that mess. And I'm glad Pope John said that. He opened the door for us. Talking about God. Okay, all right. We have free will. Then Deuteronomy says a blessing or a curse, choose the blessing, right? Okay, so if it's under my free will to do wrong, God is not punishing me. It's me doing that to me. So all that God punishment stuff, and if it's God and merciful to ungrateful, then all the bad things that happen in the slave master should have been dead by then. Actually, it goes against your interpretation, those who say that. Okay. If all that is true, then there would not be no Donald Trump. Donald Trump be dead by now. The Klan will not exist. The drug dealers will not exist. Those abusing kids will not exist, and all the other stuff. All the bad people that you said. You know what I'm saying? So the bad cops that shooting folks, they've been going on way before Mike Brown and all the other stuff. So they should have been dead by now too. Y'all forget that God has mercy on all of us, and y'all being ungrateful about y'all being rude and destroying the scriptures. Whoever condemn, we condemn. No judge, we judge. Okay, he did say that. God did say that. Jesus did say that in Luke 6. So all that trying to throw that, oh, God gonna punish me. Well, if I get punished, actually, if I punish myself, you just punish yourself too. We gonna both be in hell because nothing unclean go to heaven. And what else? Hold up. Now it say, Lord, Lord, go to heaven. So all that, Lord, my Savior, and I can continue to do wrong mess. If you didn't examine yourself, you're not going to heaven either. So we all going to be part of burning in hell together. That's an art right there. Those who say that mess. They let us do that threat. God going to punish you. So you think that your evil deed, God going to be showing, there's no partiality in him. It's in Acts that say that, in James that say that, and in Romans that say that. So all that abuse that the people think of their authority, which you scandalize, little, and throw into the sea, it goes to you cops who do that, and anybody authority, including your parents. You're scandalizing me when you try to hurt me with your abuse. Okay? And think it's good. You're telling me their abuse is good. It's not. So don't get mad when someone cusses you out. That's what I say about those I can stand the children who do this, the mess to their children, parents who be abusive. If you're abusing your kids and calling them that thing, don't cry when they do it to you. You taught them that the abuse is okay. When they're abusing other people, not you, you taught them that. When they're out there thugging, when they're beating on women like Chad, you taught them that. Okay? When you taught them that, that's why Chad, if we told sisters, I'm going to bring about the interracial part. None of us are pure black. So cut that one drop trash out. But since you identify with the one drop rule, and you go, some of y'all going on with a stereotype, don't bitch and moan by Chad not having African American women on his show, on their show, Wendy Williams. You portrayed that ugly stereotype. Like, for example, I had a homegirl who would not date brothers. I didn't get upset. Because it's sad that those in the community was out there thugging. Not everybody, but they got the more popular attitude in the community than those who didn't. They out there thugging, selling dope, don't want to work. And not everybody does that, but they got the popular stereotype. They became popular. They outshine than those in the community who do work and who trying to look for a job. And my homegirl told me she would not date a brother, a Mexican man. She said, it's sad I see that they're not doing nothing. And I couldn't get upset because in the community next to ours, when I stay on the east side, I saw that shit. Folks, my daddy age, my age and younger, on dope, not doing nothing. Not everybody, but that was, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't get upset. I didn't get upset because she gets to see this every day. Now, of course, there's outstanding brothers out there, but where are they at? You know what I'm saying? And they not out there being vocal like I am about not being stereotypical. It's sad that those who are not stereotypical are scared to be vocal like me, but those who are vocal. Do you understand? So don't make that argument. So that's why Chad had few women on his show who are African American. If you don't want your son doing that shit, stop doing this city bullshit. This dumb shit being Aunt your mama because you're doing the white racist man a favor. When I bash Toya Graham, and I even called out the white liberals like Dr. Drew, what's the other one who tried to play liberal and conservative? What's an Oprah friend name? He was on Fox News with some accent there too, Dr. Phil. I called out the Young Turks, defend that bitch. Okay? Because you being racist, right? You can't call yourself a liberal with this bullshit. I'm more liberal than you are. And I'm not sitting here defending that old nasty bitch with 6 kids. Haven't learned her lesson. Make kids when you're married. And baby, you will not have your son out there thugging, throwing rocks at the police. You taught them by your abusive behavior. That's okay. Don't clown in front of white America. Because like I said, if it was Darren Wilson Scott had shot her ass down, because that's also child abuse. Actually, the son can sue the police department for allowing his mother to abuse him. Because she was on there beating him. That's, if it was under the statute of limitations, that is abuse. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I did not sit here agree with that bitch. Because that was my child. I came out there and beat the bitch ass right there in front of the damn police. Go ahead and shoot me like Mike Brown. You're not whooping my child like that. He learned that behavior from your damn fucking ass. That's why I bash Paula. She think it's cute to go in front of white people. Because back in the day, they used to do that shit. Not all sisters, but some used to do that shit. Clown, break you from there, even on job. You have a sister at a job, break you from the white folks, have white folks laugh. That's a sellout. That's a coon bitch. And I have no respect for them type of bitches. When something happened to their asses, I have no damn fucking sympathy for their motherfucking asses. You want to be the violent mammy, you gonna get treated like the violent mammy. And if it's offensive what I said, I don't give a damn. Because what she doing is offensive and I'm calling her behavior. Different between me and Thomas and y'all, I don't say all sisters that way. Okay? Not all sisters are that way. And it needs to stop. It's sad that people mostly are familiar with that stereotype and a good image. Even Michelle Obama was bombarded with that stereotype. She's not like Toya Graham. That woman, Michelle Obama, is a classy sister. She did not act that way. Even when they came out, when that stud-looking chick, the white woman who was stud, here Michelle Obama was celebrating about the gay marriage. Something was going on about the LGBT community. Y'all heard about it. I saw that video. And Michelle Obama was giving a speech, and here comes this old gay woman, white woman. She was like the worst of Macaulay Culkin on Home Alone. Old bitch came in, and I call her bitch, yelled at Michelle Obama, acting obligated. You had to kick her out. Michelle wanted to get mad, but she got to lady character. Okay? Michelle Obama was upset that they called her an angry black woman. They kept throwing that stereotype out there. And that's why I attacked Toya Graham. That's why I bashed Paula Johnson. Because a beautiful sister like Michelle Obama, my milk chocolate mulatto sister, who's the president's wife at one period of time, 8 years, who are not like that, the people against us use that stereotype against this intelligent sister. Okay? And now they're trying to say that Trump Melania is a good sister, a good lady, first lady. Hold up. A woman who happened to be white, who had thought pictures with men and women, butt naked, bisexual, conservative people who do not like LGBT rights, who against gay marriage, who against homosexuality, lesbian, male, homo, whatever, bi threesomes, all that shit. The woman who represents the country today, you say that's a good role model compared to Michelle Obama? Are you that damn serious? That's exactly the reason why I'm making this damn video. Because you got good sisters out there who don't do that shit. Who trying to show a good image in the community, in the world. And they got to be attacked by racist people. Because bitches like Paula Johnson, bitches like Toya Graham, and others I have already bashed on my damn channel. Do you understand the reason why that I bashed that? Like I bashed cold ass black. I had thumb down on what's the high yellow brother, the jailbait, that fool. I've been trying to get a model contract for years. I had a model contract with Laura Productions. I had one with Mannequin. I ain't got booked yet. I haven't got booked yet, but jailbait, the high yellow thug, because he close to a white looking man, that thug gets a contract. And I'm glad my UK people deport his ass. And did a build wall ass back to the United States, bitch. That would happen. This dude never put no work in. This dude never did none of that shit. Never bought me $300 of pictures. Did none of that shit. Do not get up in the morning, whatever. This dude did not done it. He have not went to a casting. He have not put his information out there. He not on none of that. And y'all offering him a contract because he look Eurocentric. And I called his ass out. I called that cold ass black, the dog skin out there acting a fool. I called all that out. That's a reason why I do the things I do. I'm just gonna go up, wake in the morning and start acting a fool. It relates to what's going on today. And folks do not like to hear the truth when I do it. I just cuss. I'm expressive with it, how I feel about it. On my channel, I don't want to use all that old bubblegum stuff and act all that, because you're not going to hear the real side, how I feel about it. That's why Ohio thug and the dark skin thug. Either one is a gangster rapper and one is a model. What the fuck going on in this damn world? But the worlds of all shades who are not out there thugging, does not get a record contract, who sing positive music, who don't get a model contract, come on now. Alright? This world is fucked. That's why I said about when Trump won, they can have this shit and destroy America. And let me go to the other side of the border, and I can speak my Spanish down there, dance cumbias, sing cumbias and corridos and everything else, and eat my tamales and all that other stuff, while all this fuckery goes on here in this fucking United States, and let shit down to it, because it's already been shit down when it first came here with Plymouth Rock. As a person with English DNA, I can say that. It became a fucked up country 10 times worse when Plymouth Rock came here. You know what I'm talking about? With Mayflower. That's when it became. It screwed up. It had a person interpretation of scripture and distortion of it. Run the country with white supremacy. Okay? This country didn't want the true church, the Catholic Church, to come in. They were scared of that. They made all stereotypes and everything else. They didn't want the truth church to come in. They wanted to believe in Jesus. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want that. They wanted to make their own interpretation. They used abuse and mistreatment. They made armors. They even went against the Bible a couple times. You think that all this stuff about the Sodom and Gomorrah, during slavery, we was the products of that Sodom and Gomorrah. They had the butt breaking. They had the rape. That's why when I mention the white side of the family, I have to mention it to show the historical evidence of that. Y'all talking about, I'm pure black. You letting white massa who did all that dirty work get away with murder on this earth. You ain't got murder in God's eyes, but we got to tell the children the truth, the next generation the truth. We are that. And white folks, since y'all don't want us to have our rights, you put that DNA in us, and guess what? That's why. Hello, you don't want to give us what we owe. Actually, with that, we should get three benefits. If you want to go there, so we had this oppression going on. How about give us your white privilege? Since we part white, even if one of us look like cold air black, we've got our DNA. You put that DNA in us doing slavery. A check for slavery, Reformation days, Reformation. Not reformation, that's your religion. What's the word? Reparation, slave reparation, along with Native American DNA. I don't got no chest hair because that's racial, okay? You did not actually put the $5 in you when the black laborers were trying to get the doggone check for for the door rolls. How about give 3 benefits? So we are black, white, Native American, okay? We not all pure Africans. You use that to demonize us because you don't think African is human. You think that and you want to use that oppression on us. And those who kiss up the oppression, I'm not fucking with y'all. Call me the coon. I'm be laughing like the slaves that got off the plantation while you deal with that slavery and choose to be in slavery. We gonna run with Harriet Tubman and Fred Douglass, and we laughing at y'all because y'all stupid to allow yourself to allow other folks to define who you are and put you in a predicament that you are. That's the reason this between different. We might be poor, don't have nothing, but while y'all have something, it's still owned by the master. Hello. Your job is owned by the old corporation and their cars. You still gotta pay the master every damn thing. Okay? That's why when we get our big house on our own terms and get our cars, that's why you start by every damn dream in the world. We try, even they did it to me too, my own family. You gonna see the reason why when we fight for our rights, that faith without works is dead, and you know what I'm saying. We work in faith and get what we want. You gonna see the promise out that situation, and you cry about it because you're behind allowing yourself to go on oppression while you was getting crumbs from your master, maybe big crumbs, and thinking because we had small non crumbs. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. But point is, I know I make a feel about this, but that's the reason why I called out Paula Johnson. But at the same time, Farrah, watch your words. Because you call me black piece of shit, this African American, French, Spanish, Creole, Irish, and Native American person is in classification black, white, Hispanic, Native American man of caramel complexion with more African look will come out and cuss your ass out, and you dare attack me, your dad come in, I might get him too, okay? I don't discriminate, you know what I'm saying? Your dad should stop you from saying that bullshit, and he darken your ass. So therefore, dude, you could be black. Hold up, you could be part black because Hannibal. Huh? Oh yeah, don't get that DNA with there too. Just like the white DNA came in us, the black DNA came in southern Italy. So don't go there with me. Point is, don't sit here and like I say, if that bitch put the hand on there, daddy, I'm saying put a hand on me because I can't hit a person who don't hit me. They don't hit me first. If they don't hit me, I can hit them. Dick, pussy, not black, white, Spanish, Asian, Native American. I don't give a fuck. Gay, straight, bi, Protestant, Catholic, Christian, Jewish, atheist, whatever. Put the hand on me. Best believe that weave will be off our head and gonna be off on that damn floor. And I'm gonna put before I'm gonna use a lasso. Cause I'm from Texas, like I'm a cowboy and a lasso. Ready to get a cow, okay? And I'm gonna throw it on her ground. She better not do that. I'm not Paula, okay? And Paula, she did me. Remember I said if Paula was not every to she might not wake up the next day. So both of them bitches get the donkey of the day. Thank you.